I'm going to spit some game in this video, so you must pay attention. Now, I saw this comment on a Chris Williamson Q&A where the guy says, "Oh, Chris, how's your face so chiseled and attractive? How do you get it like that?" And Chris Williamson had no idea. He's like, "What are you talking about? I guess I've just got good genetics. I don't do anything for my face. I've got a basic bitch skincare routine and low body fat, whatever it is, right?" Well, guess what? I know exactly how to get a lean, angular face. Now, one quick disclaimer. Obviously, we all have genetic predispositions to how we can look. Obviously. I'm not saying you're going to go from a fucking 2 to looking like Brad Pitt after this fucking video. It's not going to happen. With that being said, you can indeed, in fact, drastically become a better looking man. Just from the neck up, 100%. Now I'm going to go through it. Now, we'll get the simple shit out of the way. Haircut. That can affect your face drastically, right? Now, the benefit of having like a lean, angular face with the jawline, with the strong, wide chin, is you can have any haircut. I can have a buzz cut and look good. I can have this kind of hair and look good. I can have whatever hair I want and look good because I've got an angular, masculine-looking face. Whereas if you've got like kind of this oval, like rounded face, if you try and get a buzz cut, you're gonna look like fucking Buzz Lightyear. It's not gonna be good. Now, how do you get a lean face? Now, if you're above 10 to 12% body fat, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna have a lean face. You're gonna have to get to at least 10 to 12% body fat. Now, I've got other videos talking about how to do that, but that's a must. All this shit won't work if you're not at least 10 to 12% body fat. Now, also, water retention plays a big role. You could be at the same body fat percentage, and I've been here before, right? Same exact body fat percentage, but look drastically different in the face depending on how much salt you've consumed, how little water you've consumed, and how many carbs you've consumed. Because for every gram of carb you eat, it stores around 3 to 4 grams of water. And obviously, with salt as well, that makes you retain a fuckload of water. So there was this one time, right, I'm with my mate, and I'm being a fucking idiot, right? I went out, we're talking shit, we're in the car, and we go to like a supermarket, and I'm just like, fuck this. I get a Red Bull, I get a bunch of lollies, and I'm like, yeah, this is good, I'm enjoying it, whatever. I remember cheat day. And then the morning after, I looked like I got stung by a fucking bee. I had so much water retention that my face was like I looked terrible. And that was purely from water retention, not body fat. That you can't gain body fat overnight like that. It does not happen, right? Especially the calories weren't even high. It's just the sheer amount of sodium, sugar, and water I was consuming. Now, how do you drop the water retention? So how do you get like a lean face? See, if when I pull on my cheek, there's not much water here. So how do you get this? Well, the healthy way is to just keep carbs moderate to low, not going crazy, just moderate to low, drinking plenty of water, because when you drink plenty of water with carbs moderate to low and sodium the same all the time, what happens is when the water comes in, it's like, well, we'll hold on to a little bit, but we can flush most of it out because we know we're going to keep getting it. When you drink water consistently, it doesn't want to hold on to it. Whereas if you rarely drink water and you're having a lot of sodium and you're having a lot of carbs, your body's like, we don't give a fuck. We need this water. We need to hold on to it. So it sticks in the body and it's going to, puff up your face. So if you just keep sodium, which is salt, steady, low to moderate, you don't need to go crazy, carbs low to moderate. And I mean, when I say low to moderate, I mean 100 to 200 grams of carbs a day. And you just keep drinking water like usual, 2, 3, 4 liters, and you just keep usually doing that, you're going to have no problems if you are lean. Also, you can sweat, that helps a lot. Say if you had a lot of carbs or sodium the night before, if you want to just go in the sauna for half an hour, do some incline walking with a hoodie on for half an hour, get some sweat going, and you're going to look a lot leaner in the face. Even though you're not leaner, the lower water retention makes you look even leaner. Now also, There's natural diuretics, like caffeine's a natural diuretic, which pretty much just pushes water out of the system. These can be effective, absolutely, but it can also be a double-edged sword, wherein if you have too much of a diuretic effect, you're going to be dehydrated, you're going to get brain fog, and you're going to feel like fucking dog shit. Now, we've got body fat, so we need low body fat, we need low water retention. Now, what else can we do? Well, the bulk standard mewing. All it is keeping the tongue resting on the roof of the mouth. This pushes, I forgot the name of it, I think it's the maxilla bone, pushes that up, and then you get that kind of like strong jaw. Now, I never used to have a strong jaw, and now it's like, if I do it, it looks strong, it looks stable, it looks sturdy, it looks angular. I never used to have that. And that's because I've been mewing for the last like 2-3 years. Just keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now, it should not be hard. You shouldn't be pushing it. You shouldn't be thinking about it. You should just be able to create a vacuum in your mouth where you pretty much suck out all the saliva and swallow it, and then your tongue will naturally rest on the roof of your mouth. Also, if you cannot really do this, it's because your jaw is incredibly weak. So you need to be either chewing a lot of mastic gum or getting one of those jaw sizes or jaw exercises, whatever it is. But obviously be careful. This is not fucking medical advice. Be careful. What else can you do to strengthen your jaw? I guess just using that, there's something called micro pore tape. You can use that, put it on your mouth, and it'll act as if you're mewing overnight. So most people are mouth breathers overnight because they have a weak as fuck mandible where when they're sleeping, it's just like this. Whereas if you have a strong mandible, you're going to be naturally nose breathing throughout the night. So that's how that kind of shit works. Now, also, you can do orthotropics. Now, what's orthotropics? It's just pretty much facial exercises. Now, I used to do a lot more back in the day to try and get the cheekbones higher and all that kind of stuff. But what I recognized is when I was doing it, these are called buccinator muscles. When I do certain ones like this, the buccinators get working. Now, you do not want these buccinators working because yes, you could have high cheekbones and a good jawline, but if you've got these buccinators, you're going to look like you've got fucking chubby cheeks, like some little fat kid, right? And I used to have chubby cheeks and I hated it. So the only facial exercise I do now is the one where it pushes the jaw forward and it tightens these muscles, which I can't remember what they're called, but that's pretty much the whole submental area. And it's just as simple as this. That's all it is. And I just do 20, 50 reps in the shower while I'm taking a shit, whatever it may be. And that's all there is to it, really. And obviously, yes, you want to build a solid neck. You don't have to have a neck the size of Larry Wheels, but it is important to have a proportional, thick-looking neck. Otherwise, you could have a nice jawline, you could have a nice physique, and a nice haircut, whatever, and look after your skin. But if you've got a skinny neck, you're going to look fucking weird. It's just not going to look good. Also, skincare. I don't really even have a skincare routine. I just keep it simple. Now, I've got some... it's not even that bad today, but all I do is cold water and a moisturizer. That's it. I don't overcomplicate it. That is literally it. Now you can go more sophisticated with your routines. You can look into it if you want. I don't do that. I just like to keep it simple, basic, low friction, so I can continually and effortlessly do it day after day to get the results that I'm looking for. So that's pretty much it. But the main takeaway is you could do everything on this list, but if you have a high body fat percentage, above 12%, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to have a lean face. It's simple as that. It's not going to look chiseled. It's not going to look angular. You're going to look puffy. You're going to be holding water. You're going to be holding face fat. It's just not going to be good. With all that being said, bro, I hope this helped. Take care, brother, and I'll catch you on the next one.